Now, if you're a ballet and theatre enthusiast, then you're in for a treat because Joburg Ballet is bringing new life to a much beloved classical ballet of all time. In fact, worldwide, it's well known as they bring on a sparkling new rendition of the Nutcracker that you can see at the Joburg Theatre. And Musa took some time to go and check it out.
Joburg Ballet brings us the most loved and popular acts in the entire world, and this time is no different. I'm at the Joburg Theatre here to check out their latest sparkling treat, the Nutcracker. It is, of course, for the entire family, and it's running until Sunday, the 14th of October, 2018. I can't wait to see what's in store.
Anticipation for this Joburg Ballet production has been especially high, as it's all danced to fantastic music from Tchaikovsky, played live by the Johannesburg Philharmonic Orchestra.
Ian, tell me about the story of the Nutcracker.
The Nutcracker is one of my favorite ballets. It's a magical story. It is Christmas Eve and the family is celebrating. They've invited a number of guests over, and Clara, who's the young girl of the house, receives this Nutcracker doll. Obviously, her brother is a little bit jealous and they have a little bit of a tussle around it, and the Nutcracker breaks. But they put it together, and the festivities carry on. The party comes to an end, the guests leave, the Nutcracker doll is left in the room, and Clara goes off into her bedroom and she's sleeping, and she wakes up and she wants to go and find her Nutcracker doll again. It's now midnight and she falls asleep and she dreams. Now the question is she dreaming, or is this reality now where the Nutcracker doll suddenly turns into a human life form and takes Clara on a magical journey ride? And they go to different countries, and each of the companies represented by dancers who will show her their dance of their country. And Clara is completely entertained by all these dancers.
So today I performed the Spanish Pas De Deux, and that's all about being sexy, fiery and passionate. And all the acting's done with your eyes.
My highlight was doing the role of the Sugar Plum Fairy, one of the most amazing roles to do, and with the music and my partner, it's been one of those surreal moments.
Angela, what inspired your new take on the Nutcracker choreography?
My new take's the old take. So I'm just going back to what is really traditional. Either you need to go really new and do something completely off the wall, or you need to do something completely traditional. I went with traditional, and I'm hoping that we'll create like something that people will every year want to come and see, like the Nutcracker tradition.
There are countless of classics you could have gone with. Why the Nutcracker?
The Nutcracker is the biggest selling ballet in the world. You ask anybody also, what's the first ballet you saw? Most people will say Nutcracker. I think it's a great ballet to start with for people. It's only 2 acts, it's light, it's entertaining, and it's a good way to introduce people to the ballet.
Eddie, how has conducting Tchaikovsky's famous music been for you?
Look, obviously the Nutcracker specifically is such an iconic piece of music. So for me to physically be down in the pit conducting this gorgeous music is just an absolute privilege and a joy for me.
And how is working with the finest orchestra in the country been?
It's amazing. It's incredible. The JPO is a fantastic orchestra. They're so receptive. You know, if I give a movement, they're with me entirely. It's like a safety blanket down here. They're a fantastic orchestra, and it's such a privilege to work with them.
I thought the Nutcracker at the Joburg Ballet was just amazing. I honestly think so. I'm a bit biased because I'm a dancer myself, so it's kind of like, and I watch it and I get nervous sometimes, like, okay, they pulled it off amazingly. But it's that classical ballet. It's a classic ballet as well, and it's perfect like for kids and adults, for everyone. So I think everyone can watch it, and I must say technically it was also quite brilliant. Amazing work, guys, really cool.
I especially loved the last part where I think the Sugar Plum Fairy and her partner were dancing. That was very pleasing to the eye for me, very technically pleasing, and yeah, that was my favorite part.
And what has your highlight been in the entire production?
Listening to the audience breaking into rapturous applause, all the children during intervals skipping around up and down the stairs in the foyer and just celebrating the magic of this beautiful production.
Why do you think people should not miss this show?
The Nutcracker is such an easy story to follow, and I think people need to come to the theatre and actually celebrate with us what this magical art form was all about. Just get transported to a magical land. Come and forget about all your worries and just be whisked away and watching these amazing talented dancers doing what they do best, and that's by performing on stage with the Ballet of Nutcracker.
I got transported to a magical world, a true fairy tale. That was definitely worth the watch. Make sure you catch the Nutcracker at Joburg Theatre before it closes, and that happens on the 14th of October on Sunday. So come and watch the Nutcracker.